Homework help. How much is too much for your kids?
Sometimes you just want to just do it, but that doesn't do them any good.
Fox 4 reveals the right answer.
First at 9. Fox 4 News starts now.
Good evening, I'm Natalie Solis.
And I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. Of course, every parent wants their child to be the best student, but sometimes parents' help might actually be hurting.
Sometimes you just want to just do it, but that doesn't do them any good.
3 things parents should know to realize they are not helping and what the child should be able to answer about his or her assignments.
Seems these days a lot of kids are seeing homework piling up faster than you can say take-home assignment. Oftentimes, it's not just the student struggling. It can be a tricky assignment for mom and dad who may be helping too much when they need to be holding back.
This week you'll have to tell the teacher about an event that occurred in the story and make a text-to-self connection.
It's a familiar scene playing out in households across the country. The Flickingers of Trophy Club, no exception.
I think this book is great because it has a lot of stuff about baseball and a lot of facts.
Third grader Chase tackles a book report, mom ready to help if the going gets tough. But sometimes parental help can cross the line. Mom Susan knows just how hard it can be.
Sometimes you just want to just do it, but that doesn't do them any good. I mean, we've learned that.
Bonjour, class.
Now teachers are stepping up their game, making sure mom and dad aren't helping too much.
What does the word horizon mean?
Robin Harrison taught in Texas and Delaware for nearly 2 decades, 12 of those years in the Gifted and Talented program.
The 2 burglars giggled.
And she has 2 first graders of her own. She knows just how much pressure there is for kids to do well and how counterproductive parent help can sometimes be.
Starting in 4th or 5th grade, that's where parents need to start stepping back.
Anybody else?
So parents, how do you know if you're helping too much? Here are the telltale signs. A big tip-off, Robin says, asking the teacher too many questions, especially for projects put on display.
That's the whole object of what homework is for, is to obtain knowledge. And sometimes parents lose sight of that fact because it needs to look good so that the family looks good.
Robin says your child should also be able to answer basic questions about the assignment. If a child needs to read from their paper or look up information from the assignment, there may have been too much help. And finally, in-class follow-ups. Robin says students should be able to complete similar assignments in class. If the writing skills change or if the child simply doesn't get it, it's a good bet you did too much.
Unaware that a miracle was just on the horizon.
So how can you avoid these pitfalls? Here's some advice to help your child make the grade. Robin says the single most important question you can ask a teacher is, what should my child learn from this assignment? If your child comes to you with questions, don't give away the answer. Ask leading questions, such as,
how do you think it would look as a finished project? And even asking, well, what's the A student in class? What is their project going to look like? To make the child start thinking, okay, I'm the one in charge here. I'm the one taking the lead.
And Robin's last piece of advice, the most simple but perhaps the hardest to do. Let your child make mistakes.
Sometimes you have to say, well, that didn't work. Now, what are you going to do next time? How are you going to fix your problem?
Poems that the kids have written at school.
Susan says she knows her children have to learn from their mistakes, and she feels good about letting them do that.
I have great kids. It's wonderful. I'm very lucky. I am.
All right, well, it's not to say a parent's help is unneeded. Robin says an involved and helpful parent is invaluable. It's just a matter of striking the right balance. So what's homework time like in your home? Check out my blog at myfoxdfw.com. Click the blog tab and share what works in your family or perhaps what you've learned from a personal experience.